Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed some Evan Williams, the cherry flavor.
Very good. Very good.
Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Are we okay with the Wi-Fi going on? Let them know if in case it cuts out.
Yeah, if we're having any problems, I'm seeing a Wi-Fi symbol, which I don't usually see up there. We're usually not supposed to be Wi-Fi. We're supposed to be hardwired. So I don't know if something got knocked out of the computer, but let us know if there's any problems.
Anywho, awesome antiquarians. First one in. Nice in the nets here, like always. Cool Carl's here. Delightful Don's always a must here.
Carl?
Very good. Super Schmidt's in the house.
Oh, Schmidt. Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
I'm going to talk to Schmidt for a moment.
All right.
Did you shoot the video, Schmidt? How did that go? Not that kind of video.
We're very choppy. Don says we're choppy.
Yeah, that's something other got.
But we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, something other got unplugged out of the thing. Yeah, we're going to have to look into that. I'm not going to look into it right in the middle of the show, though. Sorry.
Quadruple F's in the house. How's it going?
We're fine on our end.
Yes. Flying Disc Diecast. How's it going?
Oh, okay. Good luck on that, Schmidt.
Marvelous Michael.
Oh, thank you for being a member. To everybody that was a member, I'm more worried about this Wi-Fi, and I got to have random neighborhood kid come by.
He's so stressed out right now.
I actually am. All right, everybody. How are sales? We're in the midst of the Christmas season, so take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Well, I can't complain, but I definitely think sales should be better. I'm definitely off from last year. I don't know about eBay so much because I never have really a Christmas season with eBay, but we're definitely doing 10 or 20% better now than we were a month ago, so I'll take that. I don't think it's because of Christmas. I just think we're listing the right stuff that's selling. Amazon is definitely down. Amazon is down at least 10, 15% from last year's sales, which kind of sucks. We're not selling as many toys. We're selling a lot of records, Hot Wheels cars, magazines, stuff like that, adult stuff. So, wish Amazon could be better, but it's not. DVD sites kicking butt. Every month it seems we're having a higher sales each month as it's plugging away. The adult site is, I would say, average. It usually slows down a little bit for the holiday season. Whatnot, I would say we're killing it. Whatnot, expectations are, it's amazing what we're doing there. Now we're at 7 days a week. Whatnot, my niece is doing Monday through Friday comics, and then we have my other guy James. He's doing Thursday comics along with Alicia, and then he's doing 12 hours over Saturday and Sunday doing 33. So we're kicking in high gear on Whatnot, and that's definitely helping me buy these big collections that are coming up this month.
Oh, Metal for Gemini said something.
Okay.
Sales are trickling in. There we are.
Lucky Lewis, how's it going?
He's a little frozen up there, I see.
Lovely Linda.
A bit of snow. There you are.
We're very lucky right now.
Canada
Cool,
Post has canceled Christmas in Canada.
I'd like to know what's going on. I'm very nervous about all our Canada sales.
Are you more nervous about that or me about the Wi-Fi?
You about the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Because nothing I can do about that. You can actually fix the Wi-Fi. I can't fix employees picketing in Canada or whatever they're doing up there.
Probably not. Etsy sales are better than eBay. Whoa.
So basically, eBay you sell to Canadians and Etsy you sell to Americans.
Wow. That's
right?
crazy.
Does that make sense, maybe?
It might be. Steady sales.
Right.
There you are.
Mr. Hot Wheels, how's it going?
Should be better. I also had a buyer scamming for a partial refund even before the item arrived. Those are the worst.
Okay.
Those are the absolute worst. Sales good the last 2 weeks.
Good.
No letters to Santa. That hurts.
Well, everyone's dying to know how your sales are, so let's hear it.
Oh, well. They've been going good. I mean, it's going good across the board. I will say yesterday it was pretty poor on eBay, like during the day. I think I made 2 sales during the day, and I'm like, Then I woke up and I made a bunch of sales overnight, so it ended up getting to where I want it to be. So overall.
Awesome, Eric's in the house. So, Don, real quick. Yes, you sell on eBay USA, but if Canadian post office is striking, what do you do with your product that's got to go to the US, right? It's got to just sit around. Can you even ship it?
Well, she would use like a UPS or some kind of a private, I think. I mean, don't mean to answer for her, but she would have to.
Because we can't ship anything to Canada now.
Unless you use UPS or FedEx.
Yeah, and anything that's shipped, what do you I guess that's a backup plan.
But you said it was expensive,
it's expensive and you got to fill out all kinds of paperwork. So,
yeah,
interesting.
But yeah, no. So I'm not Eric, but thanks. I got to fly this weekend, remember? So I'm hoping it's not too snowy. So 39 out of 74 were promoted. So we're at about 55%. Stallion Express. Oh, okay.
All right.
So we're at about 55% promoted. Offers 118 old, 282 total, 245 last week. So the offers picked up some. Last year, 136. So twice as many offers this year as last year, and 145 2 years ago. One item sold on $1 million peddlers over on eBay, and 7 items on Etsy. And at this point, I have now surpassed my Etsy sales for last year.
Wow.
Yep. With a couple of weeks left, 3 weeks left.
Not too bad.
Nope, can't argue with that. Now, how about buys? Anybody out there buying? It's a tough time to buy.
It is a tough time to buy. And again, I'm buying some stuff through the shop, not a whole lot, nothing really good coming my way. And again, Aaron's got deals all over the country. He's either having people ship me products or he's got the big deal coming up next week. But I'm spending, I don't even know, got to be 6 figures the last month or two.
Oh,
yeah, it's
wow.
crazy. Yeah,
me too, depending on where you put the decimal point.
Exactly.
Lots of Forrest Gump type still photos on screen. Yeah, I'll have to look at that afterwards. I will definitely have to look at that afterwards. Salesman study, enjoying it while I can. Treat today is just a podcast.
Jazzy Jeff, how's it going?
No buys this week. All right. So I actually did go to an estate sale. I wasn't planning on going to anything, but there was one. I had to drop Mrs. Paperboy off for something or other, and I said, there's an estate sale not too far away. So I just went over there and ended up spending $128.25. It was all like 1980s and 90s stuff. So yeah, I did okay at it, but that's all that I've really bought in the entire time. So we're doing better, not buying a lot. I did go down to see Oldtimer, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the show. I bought nothing from him, which is, maybe he doesn't have anything to sell. I don't know. We'll talk about that a little later. I went to 2 house calls, got records and ephemera and a couple of books. Nice.
Cool.
Nice. And you bought some stuff off of Paperboy over on Whatnot also, as I remember, which is always the right thing to do. Glitch of the week. Mr. Magazine had one this week.
You going to tell him?
No, I'll let you.
Which site did I have the glitch on?
This
is the greatest crap.
Whatnot with your shipping?
Yeah, so I don't think it was. It turned out not to be a glitch. So we had it, and this is all new to me, but I still don't know how to give refunds. Everyone says just have the buyer cancel or whatever. So I couldn't print labels, and it said there was an error in my shipping preferences or something like that.
It said error generating label. You told me.
Whatever it said. Anyways, so come to find out, we had a customer that wanted to cancel like 3 items out of his 10, and there's still another issue. But anyways, we figured out how to cancel them, but it wouldn't let me print until I canceled them. But he still has to accept the cancellation because it said it was pending. And now I don't have a label for him. So say he's got 5 out of 8 records. We canceled 3 that he didn't want, and there's no label to print anymore. So now I got 5 records with his name on it. So
wow.
Maybe, I'm assuming he paid, but then again, there's like $50 pending still. It's got to be his money.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what's going on. I'll just leave it in limbo for now and see what happens, see what he says. But yeah, I'm living and learning.
Because I remember I was saying a week or 2 ago, I was having a lot of problems with shipping over there. And then Mr. Magazine all of a sudden is like, there's problems with shipping. Like, yeah, kind of like I said.
But it wouldn't go away. Like it was
right.
For like, we realized it was like for half a day or something until I figured it out.
Oh, tin types, the Arial types, Emerald type. Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's very good stuff.
Roger. How's it going?
And again, thank you for being a member. And I do apologize again. Some cord got disconnected, so we got to figure out what we're doing over here. So
popular periwinkles here.
It may be a little spotty, but apparently the sound is going through fine. So do apologize. We'll get it fixed before next week, hopefully. Site changes. I don't know why, but eBay changed the order of the item specifics for the books for no discernible reason. They used to have the topic and the genre right at the top. Now the genre's at the top, and the topic you have to like click down to show more. Why? Why would they do that? They just annoy me.
Sounds still good.
All right, good. They do it just to annoy me sometimes, I'm thinking. So that was what they ended up doing. Item of the week. Yeah, I've actually got something this week. 1936, I believe this is. Donald Duck.
Nice.
It is early Donald Duck. In fact, the gentleman who bought it at a grocery store, apparently. It's got a grocery label on it. $25. He ended up paying for it back in the day. It's about a $75 to $100 book. It's early Donald Duck, 1936. Unfortunately, it's partially colored. If it's not colored, it's about a $150 book. But the really cool thing about this, if I could find it fairly quickly, there's a couple of them that have the old style Donald Duck in it as well, with the really big beak. For some reason, like partway through, they forgot that what Donald Duck looked like now, and there you got Mickey Mouse as well. So really cool. If you find the 1930s Disney stuff, they're always going to be a little bit better. So this is one to look for out there. And again, it's about $75 in this condition, about $1.50 if it's uncolored.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, there we are. Look at his the bill and all that on that, the old school one.
Yeah.
So pretty neat little item over there. I ended up picking it up on an estate sale.
More importantly, we got Mr. Buys a lot in the house. How's it going?
How are you doing, my friend? We may have him on a channel at some point.
Hopefully. You'll have to persuade him.
I can list 50 postcards in a row, and the item-specific orders will fluctuate every few listings. Oh, geez, Louise.
Great.
I had a title for a listing revert to the previous title. Someone sent a message asking me if the one of the title was on the back. Oh, boy.
Bunch of shout-outs to Brian.
Apparently, everybody knows Mr. Buys a lot's more popular than we are on our own show.
Obviously.
Figure that one out.
Super Steve's in the house.
I had a nice 1,300 sport card sale this week off Facebook, all low-end stuff. I had very little into. Wow.
Nice. Can't argue with that.
Nice there. That's very nice.
All right.
Oh, very good.
Driving.
All right. Well, you be careful. It's a little rainy up here, but that's all we got going on up here. A little bit of rain. The postage on eBay always is priority mail, and I have to go to the very bottom of all choices to reach media mail. Jeez Louise.
Well, speaking of that, I still have that glitch on Amazon where certain items going West Coast, books, records, and so forth, only gives you FedEx and priority options. So then we have to confirm it with a fake tracking number, print it, and then go to stamps and put the tracking back in. Probably about 10 items a day. It is a pain in the butt. But it's only us. It's not happening to you. Apparently.
No, it's not happening to me.
You sell books and magazines in there.
I mean, it might happen once in a blue moon, but no, otherwise, no. Boy, Mr. Buys a lot. Everybody's a huge fan of yours. Everybody's shouting you out. Jeez. Insulting off for the week, Mr. Magazine didn't have any. I did get a Bloomberg magazine, May 10th, 2021, with Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates on the cover, $24.22 free shipping, $3 offer.
Terrible.
You absolutely cannot do any shipping for under $3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And me and Molly Playbill, $48.23. I got a $10 offer. I said, you're offering about $3 after everything with the free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
He then did offer $30.
Wow. Nice.
So that was actually somebody that was really just lowballing and then said, oh, okay, I'll give a real amount then.
Jeez.
Countdown to Brimfield, moderately successful. I only went to the one sale and I actually did list some stuff. So it might be some deals coming along, I don't know, tomorrow. We'll see. But who knows what's going on. And time for everybody's favorite, the Confucius joke of the week. And its definitions again, Mr. Magazine. Are you ready?
I don't know if I should take this sip now because I might spit it up.
You might be laughing very, very hard.
I'll take my chances.
All right. What is, Mr. Magazine, according to Confucius, Homer, and Jethro, what is the definition of popular?
I couldn't even imagine. I don't have the mindset for that.
Popular is knowing a whole lot of dull people. You're popular if you know a whole lot of dull people.
I do tell my wife she's very popular. She knows a lot of people.
There you are. That was the Confucius joke of the week. If you want to catch them live, 20 past the hour at every paper going whatnot auction.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah, there we are. Corny. Absolutely, Schmidt. Absolutely. Oh, where's Brian? PA. Nice. Some customer issues. I had an Etsy buyer email to change address about a week after I sent it out, or 4 days after I sent it out. So it's right in the middle of processing through, and I'm like, it's kind of a little late right now.
Yeah.
Kind of a little late. Then I had a eBay buyer upset saying that his item hadn't arrived. And because the tracking says that it's in transit, I must not have sent it out.
I mean, people in their tracking, it drives me nuts. I get upset with some of it because so I told you how we write no label on Amazon and we have to put the tracking in. We put fake tracking in.
Yeah. So
guy bought something a couple of days ago, early in the morning before we printed it. And then like at noon, he's like, the tracking's not working. It's some weird gibberish number. So I'm telling him, that's my employees. I go, what are you doing? You're supposed to put the tracking back in. Now the guy could dispute it. He literally paid 3 hours earlier looking for the tracking. I mean, it's just crazy. Like,
I got a neutral, Mr. Magazine.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
A 1946, you know those city guide books, they're really thick books, and they give the addresses and everything of everybody that lived in the city and all the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the like button.
Yeah.
And all that sort of thing.
Sure.
The guy, 2 positives came on, bought it, maybe an offer on it, bought it. Oh, this is the city I'm from, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, great. Great item, but the pages are dirty. It's like, dude, it's from 1946. It's not going to be mint condition.
Well, I seen you one with that one guy from, it's an older guy. He called the shop, actually. He bought 2 records on Amazon.
Right.
One didn't have the cover. Obviously, we stated that in the description.
Oh, right, yeah.
I want the cover. Then he's one of those guys that I don't know how to, I can't drive or something, and he needs a QR code instead of the label to go drop it off. Nothing but a headache.
Then I got...
I was going to refund, just keep it for free. Because it's really not worth it, and then he's going to get pissed off because he can't do anything with it. So
I got a return over on Amazon because the person had put it in their cart and then exited out, did not buy it. Amazon kept serving it up to me to buy, and I thought I had exited it from the order, but somehow it still was sent.
Wow. He paid for it.
Yeah, that's why I sent it. I didn't just randomly send it. And if I randomly sent it, you could keep it.
Yeah.
People are insane, absolutely insane. And then I made a sale over on eBay, and I am bragging. And it was one of those ones where it didn't actually show up. It was still pending, and the guy didn't remember paying for it. And my question is, hopefully eBay is keeping track of those type deals and how many times they have those deals happen that don't actually get consummated. And is it more deals that don't actually get bought versus the number of unpaid items that people have?
I don't know. That's crazy. But do you do much local pickup? Like, do you have people that come locally to pick
No,
up?
I do not. Nope.
So it used to be
you can do that on Whatnot,
Oh, good for me. So it used to be where you can just confirm they picked it up. So like I would do it immediately because I know they're coming. So I'll just confirm it. So then it goes away. It's not in your shipping. You're not going to get late shipping. They're going to get credit for paying and so forth. Well, now I think back, they had a QR code or something, but you didn't have to use it. Now I can't do that and confirm it until they give me the 6-digit code.
Oh.
So the guy left. I wasn't there. He picked it up, and then I couldn't confirm it, which is,
right.
It's negative for both of us if we don't do it. So he's got to give me the number, and then he's paid, and
right.
I say he got it. So
wow,
yeah, something new they throw. But I guess it's for safety reasons.
Yeah. Remember the Hulk Hogan wrestling card from that really bad looking wrestling set?
9 was going for 6 figures.
A PSA 9, the yellow card went for $60,000.
Oh, that's it. I thought it was at 70 or 80,000.
Oh, maybe.
On Instagram, it was not going from like 60 to 70 to 90, unless they retracted it or something.
See, that's my Wilt Chamberlain because those sets were plentiful back in the day.
Yeah, but it's hard to get a high grade though.
Yeah,
I think the 9's the highest. I don't think there's tens of any of them cards.
Yeah, but still, the sets were out there.
Right. Well, let's just say.
And I never bought a set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had a few over time, and I had some nice ones actually. But I paid a lot for the last one a couple of years ago. But what's a 10 worth?
Right.
$500,000. It would almost have to be because if there's either 0 or 1 out there, because the 9's bringing 60, 70, 80,000.
What was that set going for 20 years ago? $50.
$50.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I could have bought it, but I didn't.
Yeah. There's an A and a B, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you see the Caitlin Clark Panini Select WNBA Gold Vinyl Autograph Rookie Card? Which I don't know I know what all of those words mean, but I have no idea what they all mean. And
but I'm sure it's worth a lot of money.
Caitlin Clark Panini Select WNBA Gold Vinyl Autograph Rookie Card, $234,850. The second most valuable card of a female athlete ever. The number one was a Serena Williams, I believe, that actually was some autograph card that had something off a jersey of hers or something like that. Yep.
Wow. That's crazy, though. At least it's not a Wemby, because everyone has Wemby one of ones. It's the most common $100,000 card in existence.
I didn't know this happened, but VHS Rescuers, remember that movie?
Mm-hmm. Disney cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in 1999, Disney recalled it, the VHS, because in the background of the chase scene, there actually is a naked woman in a window.
So they nothing to do with the cover inside the movie.
Inside the movie. So you have to watch the movie to find out if you have the one with the naked woman or not that was supposed to be recalled.
How much did they pay your mom for that?
Okay. UPS supplies.
Supplies.
So I had some packing supplies delivered through UPS. Said that they had arrived, and they took the there you are.
House.
And again, we do apologize for the choppiness today. Somehow a cord got disconnected, so I got to look into that. So we are working off Wi-Fi. The sound is fine, but otherwise not.
Yep.
Yeah, people like your mom jokes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes.
I'm here to entertain.
Been the busiest day of the year with sales.
Wow,
that's a good problem to have.
That's very good.
So the supplies showed up per UPS. You get your supplies have been delivered, blah, 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 blah. I got up the next morning. I looked outside because they came by at like 8:30 at night, allegedly. Looked outside. I said, they're not here. I said, oh boy, whatever porch pirate stole these is going to be really upset because they think they got something good in these big boxes and they got cardboard. And so I said, okay. So I went on and checked the tracking, and there's a picture, and it's not in my house. And I'm like,
so now what's in the process?
I said, oh boy. I said, yep, they've got the picture on there, but it's not my house.
Yeah.
So, I got to put in a problem with the tracking. In order to do that, you actually have to sign up on UPS. You can't just do it as a guest. You have to create an account to do it. So I created an account. I put in and I said, it says delivered. There's a picture. That's not my house. That's not my dog. I said, what are we going to do? That's not my house. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. About 2 hours later, I look outside and the two boxes are sitting on my porch.
Wow.
Exactly. The boxes are sitting on my porch. One box is opened. So obviously it was delivered to the wrong house. They grabbed it, didn't look, which
was it nearby, like a neighbor?
Had opened. Right. And how like when you get a box, you don't always look at the name. It's on your porch. You figure it's yours.
I've done that. Yeah.
So they probably just opened up, said, "What the heck is this?" Yeah. Then looked at the address and then delivered it. So that was on Friday. This morning, I get an email from UPS. We understand that you've not been able to find your item, that it was not delivered to the right house. Here's what you need to do. I'm like, oh, geez, 5 days later? 5 days later? Now, can you imagine if it really had been lost? How upset customers are going to get if it takes you 5 days to get back in touch with them?
Christmas season, too.
Yeah. 5 days to even acknowledge that, okay, we've gotten your complaint. That should be day one.
Yeah.
That should be day one. We've gotten your complaint. We haven't had a chance to do anything yet. We'll get back to you. But luckily, it all showed up. Speaking of returns, there are $870 billion in returns last year. Or this year.
Crazy.
This year. It's 17% of sales. It's up from 15% in 2023. So it's getting even worse. And that's with the companies tightening all the return policies, et cetera.
Wow.
And then, of course, eBay pushes free returns, and that makes it hard to get your negatives removed when
true.
So they take away the advantage of having free returns. So figure that one out.
Crazy.
You have a little bit of a problem over on Whatnot, Mr. Magazine, huh?
I'm selling too much stuff.
Well, you might be.
Oh, really? Why? What happened? I don't remember this stuff. Just spit it out.
You're freezing your funds?
Oh, I think that's for that one guy, though.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's $54.
Oh, okay. It's just him. Okay.
I think I think he used to do something on his end still. Because now when I print, there's no errors. There's no shipping issues. I can print everything, and there's none left. There's like even the pending's not there anymore. But I'll have to email him and see what happened. Because I don't know if we even got paid for it. Because it's probably $30, $40 order now with the 3 out.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. You think UPS would at least hire seasonal customer service reps in your business season, so you don't have to wait 5 days. Exactly. I mean, and you can understand where if you're a customer that's waiting on something, you're going out of town, and it's some gift you want to bring, whatever.
Yeah.
That after day 2, you're gonna be like, did they even get this? You're gonna be following up a second, a third time, creating another account, doing whatever you have to do. It's just crazy. I just passed listed value over on Whatnot, $800,000. Not on Whatnot, I mean on eBay, $800,000 on eBay of inventory, listed inventory.
Oh, nice.
So
you're catching me because I got my stuff on sale. I think I'm only like at 4 million.
So maybe I'll catch you in a couple of years. I can list one item right now and catch you. So there.
Exactly. Well, can you list $1 billion in items?
I could list yeah, probably.
Is it? Okay.
I
they
think
tell you it's like $1 billion.
Mine has never said that. I've never had a number on there. So I might even
infinity.
I might even be early enough to do that.
eBay to buy.
Oh, you had a bit of a problem, Mr. Magazine, over with the global shipping program.
Oh, God. He finally told me what the problem was ahead of time. What's the problem again? Something's getting returned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a lighter. I did pay attention. Yeah, it was just a few hours ago. Yeah. I do have some memory left. Yeah, apparently you can't have lighters overseas.
Certain countries, yeah, yep. You can't send lighters. Yep. So Mr. Magazine has sent a lighter using the global.
So is it coming back to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
And this is going to shock a lot of people. Mr. Magazine, I'm sure you're familiar with the Haktua girl.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to say it like that? I got to sleep tonight. Really. Jeez.
I believe that's how she pronounces it. This is going to stun a lot of people, but on December 4th, she put out a cryptocurrency.
Really?
$Hawk. And it basically has lost 90% of its value.
From what, like a penny, penny to a halfpenny?
No, it went way up in value, and it's
wow.
lost, yeah.
Oh,
yep.
My goodness.
Yep. So just to let you know, if you are interested in the $Hawk cryptocurrency from the Tua girl, now would be probably be the good time to buy it.
Who gave her that idea and what it cost to start that up? Seriously.
Well, she got in with some firm that was doing that. Yeah.
I mean, she can't just milk OnlyFans for the next 5 years. I mean, come on.
She's the 5th most popular podcast out there.
Wow.
She's ahead of what's that one with that Kamala appeared on with that woman? What's that podcast?
Oh,
she's ahead of that.
Yeah. Shiny, happy people, huh? Something positive.
She's ahead of that. She's the 5th biggest podcast out there. Tua. I don't know why when I was online just kind of messing around. What? How dare you say that, Don? Next thing you know, you're going to tell me you don't believe in NFTs either.
You and Warren Buffett.
You don't believe in NFTs either. Jeez Louise. I'll tell you right now.
I do love hearing the stories. So there's the pizza story.
What's that?
The guy sold, he wanted a pizza and he, 10 years
ago. Oh,
ago.
yeah. Oh, no, yeah, right at the start of Bitcoin.
He gave whatever, how many Bitcoin, it would be worth $1 billion, whatever. Is that some crazy amount of money? And then there was a guy who wanted to buy a house with Bitcoin. I think it was 300,000. He was going to give him $500,000 Bitcoin, whatever at the time. It's worth $1 billion too.
Wow.
So I do not feel that bad about the Will Chamberlain anymore.
So how many Tua coins is it going to take for me to buy you out?
A lot.
Don's not a fan of Haktua.
Yeah, no, she's not a fan of you hawking. Neither am I. Imagine sitting right next to him, and then it's getting choppy. If his face probably looks weird doing it too.
I'm going to keep finding Haktua updates for all of us because we all love her. I don't know why I was bored the other day, so I was actually looking online, found a beer can auction. It was actually a lot of fun to look through. This beer can auction, they had probably 150 beer cans. Starting bid on every beer can was $25.
And where? Whatnot?
No, on some auction site. There was like rear beer cans. Some of them were going for like $675, and the auction doesn't end till the end of December.
Oh my goodness!
It had just started like a few days earlier.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Some of those beer cans.
We'd probably walk by them if they had crazy price, and we'd walk by them and like they're nuts.
Yeah, be like, $20 that beer can, and it's a $675 beer can.
Don't know that stuff.
No, not at all. It's kind of crazy. So, Mr. Magazine, I heard you were talking with. Why do you shake your head every time I include
don't know
you in
what
the
you're
show?
gonna say, and I sound like a dummy. I don't know anything.
Keep that.
I'm not good on the spot, apparently.
Keep that thought.
Unless it's mom jokes, but go ahead.
It's probably the only one you have. You definitely have to watch, everybody. I think it's December 28th. We just shot it right before we came on air over here. The Bolo video we shot for there. Absolute classic Mr. Magazine moment at the end. You will roll over laughing, and you'll wonder how I put up.
I forgot what it was already. You asked me what it was.
The greeting cards.
Oh yeah, that
was a good one. Yes, that was a Jim Dandy, all
true.
right. But so you'll definitely want to catch that one over there. That kind of money to spend $675 on an empty beer can. Now, a full one I can understand.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Mr. Magazine, you reached out to Whatnot.
I did reach out to Whatnot for multiple questions, and I did not get a definitive answer, which I figured I wasn't. So my first question was about bootleg records and underground records, which they did not really answer unless they answered it all in one. The second question was about adult magazines and where they draw the line, if there's certain titles that they frown upon, because if you look into their description, it's very vague, just like all the other platforms. You know, it's up to their discretion. No nudity, no sexual, what would you call it? Like, you know, girls kissing, stuff like
Nothing
that.
intimate, yeah.
The title can't be hardcore. And obviously inside, they don't know what's inside. So I guess you can get away with that. But again, you know, is a wee title, I would think is okay. Obviously, Playboys are okay.
Right.
Penthouse, I would think is okay. But again, sometimes there's suggestive covers where, even on Penthouse, where they're clothed, but their hand might be by their inner thigh. So I don't know, like, you know, and you know, and there's other titles, Mayfair. So eBay, you know, I don't sell on those anyways, eBay, that type of stuff, but it's kind of the same with eBay. So I just said, you know, if we happen to sell something or put something up that we think is okay, but it's against your policy, do we get a warning? Do we get kicked off? And the response is just err on the side of caution. That was basically it. So they didn't. So I mean, I'm assuming that's for the records too.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
And they didn't say if you get a warning, you get kicked off. So, you know, we might do Playboys again. And if anyone out there knows, you know, what they're starting out at, because I don't want to waste my time selling dollar Playboys, but if I can get $3, $4, $5, maybe it's worth us taking a shot on it. We'll see what happens. But we're doing well with comics and records right now, so we'll stick with that, I think.
But you went on tonight and saw another seller that was selling some adult stuff. I did see
another seller when we were waiting here, and from what I heard too, my niece that does the comic auctions and whatnot, she was doing some research, and there's people selling all kinds of hardcore stuff and getting away with it. But again, I don't want to take my chance and then get kicked off or suspended when I don't want to ruin a good thing with the records and comics. So for now, we'll hold off on the Playboys, and you know, maybe we'll try it out down the road.
So Mercari has brought back sellers' fees to some extent. Remember, they had done away with those, Mr. Magazine? It was just simply buyers' fees?
Sure, yeah.
Well, now they brought back some sellers' fees, and they lowered the buyers' fees because apparently just charging the buyers doesn't work.
Makes sense.
The beneficial ownership reporting for LLCs has been suspended indefinitely by the courts. So if you have an LLC here in the United States, you don't have to rush to fill that form that was required by the end of the year that Mr. Magazine paid me to fill out for him.
We rushed on that too. We had it done months ago, and then my accountant says, "You got to get this done."
Yep.
Like, already done.
Yep.
Well, at least we're up to snuff.
Yep. Did work. We did busy work we didn't have to do.
Yep.
The Gretzky rookie card case sold again, Mr. Magazine.
Is this one for $1 million less this time?
Yep. $2.52 million. So you do pay attention to
what
some
I don't
stuff.
Understand it. Okay, let's go back to this now.
Okay.
All right. Because it makes no sense why it's only selling for even $3 million. Seems very low. You get so many out of a box.
27 Gretzky's, I think they said in the case.
So a 10 is worth millions of dollars.
Because
I know it's very hard because of the printing.
If you go on Collect, they actually ran the numbers of what your odds are of what you're probably going to get, and they said the best way to do it is break it down and sell it by the box, going by the odds.
But I still gotta think you're going to get an 8 or a 9.
Oh yeah, you're going to get like 1 9 and some 8s, but you could even be getting a 4 out of it because they didn't use very good.
Okay, I know they get the freight corner sometimes and stuff, but I just figured, man, I mean, what's an 8? An 8 has to be $500,000, I would guess.
Yeah,
close to it. You know, say 9's $1 million, it's 800,000. A 10's going to be $2 million. I mean, I just feel like it should go for way more than that, but that's my opinion. In these breakers that are making a killing, why don't they buy it and put them in breaks? Think about that.
There you are.
Okay.
The ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz ended up selling, Mr. Magazine. Did you see that?
$850,000.
$28 million at auction.
I was guessing. Holy cow! Are you serious?
Yes.
That's insane.
They actually Heritage did it, and they actually had
What
it.
did they think it was going to be?
Well, they actually had, you know how they do that? What's that called? Where they do with the
the
jerseys,
photo thing.
Photo,
yeah.
Yep. Where they verified it was screen used and all that.
And they
kind of
probably
stuff.
know who owned it along the way for the last 100
Yeah, it had
years.
been stolen for a while.
Wow.
It was actually stolen. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy money.
And I thought Jimmy Choos were expensive. I tell you, kind of crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
Buffalo, how's it going?
Do appreciate it.
Yeah.
We apologize for you. You visited us on the worst visual show we have. It's a little choppy tonight. Do apologize for that. I'm going to get that fixed. Probably going to have the estate sale guy on next week. He said that he would be on. And then I said, okay, here's what you need. You need this, you need that. You got to work off your computer, this, that. And I haven't heard back from him. If for some reason he's not able to make it, we'll have another fine show. And definitely have to get this fixed before then, now that I think about it. I will be doing a show. Christmas and New Year's both fall on Wednesdays. Mr. Magazine may or may not be here. Depends upon what he's doing with his family. But we will have the regular show on Christmas, and we will have it on New Year's Day as well. Hopefully, if you got a few moments, hopefully you're able to stop out at that.
I'm going to say probably not Christmas, maybe New Year's. That's okay.
Yeah. No, well, those are difficult days. Those are difficult days. So I went down and visited Oldtimer, and it was good. It was about an hour drive, and Yep, absolutely. It was about an hour drive to see Oldtimer, and when I say he has stuff, I have been in a lot of situations and seen a lot of stuff. And for a one-man band who just lives in a house, this was completely overwhelming for me. And the difference is compared to, I've got about 100,000 items. And he took me on a tour down in his basement. And I said, okay, you've got more items than me. Congratulations. Then we went outside to his 3-car garage. I said, okay, you've got a lot more items than me. Congratulations. Then we went to his barn. I said, okay, you've got a lot more items than me. Congratulations. Then he showed me his trailer. And I said, yep, you got me beat. Then he has 2 tractor trailer back ends completely filled with stuff as well. If I have 100,000 items, he's got to have 1 million items.
Oh,
unlisted.
more than that, because it's all ephemera, right?
Yeah.
And both, yeah.
Yeah. How it's just stunning. It was absolutely stunning. And the crazy thing is, you go down in his basement with the books, and he's got a $350 book next to a $2 book. And this book looks good. Oh yeah, that's like a $500 book. And and here's a $1 book next to it. No order. Just boxes and stuff up on shelves and artwork and just absolutely amazing.
Does he have any job at this point other than selling?
No, right. Full time. Yep.
I don't want to get into it, but okay.
Let's say he needs to list a little more. How about we say that to be nice?
Yeah. Baby steps.
I did tell him that I wish he lived closer to me, because it would be a case where we would work something or other out with Whatnot, and I would be Whatnotting stuff for him all the time. Mm-hmm. For an hour drive to Whatnot, just, in an hour drive back, just would not be worth it for me.
Right.
But I'll tell you, he's got just some amazing stuff there. My first advice to him was go and start sorting stuff. Get 3 boxes, get mediocre, good, and really good. And just start going through stuff and throwing it in one box or the other. Yeah. And when you fill up the boxes of the mediocre stuff, give me a call and say $20 a box, get the stuff out of here. Because I'm sure at $20 a box, if he's got a full banker, I'm going to make money off of it. Because I could Whatnot it at that point.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Probably not, but I was quite impressed to see the amount of stuff he had.
And again, you're friends with him. I don't know how close a friend, but you've known him forever. I kind of know a little bit about him, but does he have a plan as far as if something happened to him tomorrow in a car accident or something? We're getting older. Yeah. You want to have some type of backup.
We actually talked about that. He does not at this point, but
Because like, what's his wife gonna do? Because like, she doesn't know that's a $500 book sitting by
No,
a
right.
$2 book. She knows as a whole it's worth millions of dollars. But
Yeah, right.
you have
right.
to sell it all or nothing.
You're
she's
right.
not going to spend the time. I mean, she's around probably his age, right? I'm assuming around there. So she's not going to spend 10 hours a day sorting mediocre, common.
No,
Okay,
absolutely.
so like,
absolutely. You have to sell everything.
And again, it's kind of like the things we buy, when I had the 3 tractor trailers in Georgia, like there's not many people in the country that would buy that or have the money or have the storage room for it, and like a heritage auction, none of them are going to want it because
it's too much mediocre.
Because it's too much work and they got to weed it all out. So like, I'm not saying we're the only game in town, but one of the few that would attempt to take it on.
Why did Mr. Buys-A-Lot just text me asking for the guy's number?
Exactly. True. Yeah. I got a feeling he's got an empty truck.
He's got an empty truck on the way that
he can fill up one room. He could empty one room and put it in his truck.
He's asking for the address as we speak. It's weird. No, absolutely though. It was overwhelming, and I'm not easily overwhelmed. So it was really, really impressive. And I will say this 100% true. On the drive home, I said, I've got to slow down on my buying some, because that was really eye-opening. Not that I have, it's a barn and a 3-car garage and like he has, but I couldn't possibly fill it all up.
Well, it's cool they had all that inventory, but again, you're not doing a whole lot with it. He's not listing 100 items a day. He's listing a handful of $100 to $1,000 items a day. Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
He buys these are accumulation of hundreds of deals over time.
Yes. Yep.
But okay, this deal costs $800. I'm putting it here and leaving it there, or does he say, "Oh, I remember there's 3 items that are really good. Let me pull it out and get them on"?
It depends upon what time of year it is and what is going on. There are times where he would have bought it, and then if there's an auction the next week, it just sits there. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Go Vols! Now, as a fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes, I would have to disagree with you on that one. I apologize. But I will be in Nashville this week. Should you wish to buy me lunch, I'll be in Nashville this weekend. It was absolutely crazy just seeing all that stuff there. And I did walk around and just randomly pick some stuff up. And I said, here's what you need to do. He had a small pile of similar type items. And I said, here, list these over here. All you do is take a picture of this, and change the date. That's all you do time after time. Yeah. And
go Gators.
Hopefully he listens to me and can get some stuff listed there. But it was overwhelming, absolutely insane. And again, makes me want to get more stuff listed so I don't end up like that. Yeah. And it made me not want to buy, believe it or not. It truly made me not want to buy that much stuff.
So real quickly, go Gators. I'm a Gators fan ever since Emmitt Smith played there. But so I saw this on eBay. I thought
nobody can see because we're all shopping.
Okay, it says the Swamp. Anyways, I bought it. I thought it was a cool hat. I don't have a lot of Gators clothes. I bought it.
I thought you were a big fan of MASH.
No.
Isn't that what they called where they all lived? All them the Swamp.
Oh,
yeah, it was called the Swamp.
So I get the hat in, and on the back, I'm balding, so be careful, but it has a logo here, Batesy. So I went to school with a James Bates, who ended up playing. His father coached in the NFL. His brother coached in the NFL. James Bates played for the Gators when they won it with Danny Werfel. He's got his own clothing line. He works for ESPN, and he does his own artwork and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that I bought a hat with someone I went to high school with.
Why didn't you just ask him for one?
I didn't know he made them, but now I may. I did ask him if he can commission a cool piece for like Batman and Spider-Man. Not heard back yet.
Or a cool piece for Mr. Magazine and Paperboy logo, $1 Million Peddlers logo. Just saying. Yeah, you're probably right, Don. But still, it was absolutely insane. It really was, and I'm not easily impressed by stuff. And at one point, I put it this way: I went down with a pocket full of money. I did have a pocket full of money, just in case he had stuff he wanted to sell me.
Yeah.
And I didn't even ask him.
Right.
I was like, nope, I don't, because I just didn't want to go home with anything.
Well, like a deal like that or a collection like that, let's say, yeah, it's impressive, but it doesn't bother me because I don't have a shot to get it. If he says I want $1 million and I'm like, man, this stuff's worth $10 million, I wish I had $1 million and I have a chance to get it, then it would bother me. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at a big Star Wars collection in Macedon next Wednesday. It's like an hour drive, right?
Yeah.
So Chet from Rhinos, it's his customer. He buys Star Wars comics from. He's got a huge Star Wars toy collection. Supposedly it's worth, tens of thousands of dollars. He wants 60% of average sold guide. I said, I got to at least look at this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but again, that's something that would bother me more because say it's $100,000, you want 60,000. That's pretty high percentage for that type of volume. It would bother me that I can't get it. But if the guy says, you know, I want $1 million, it's only worth 50. Well, it doesn't bother me because I have no shot at getting it. I don't want to get it. You know?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, I don't take it off much. I got a receding hairline I have to fix some point in my life, but you know, down the road maybe.
You should wear a wig. I hear, or a toupee. I hear those are really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did not buy it all, Mr. Vizela. It wasn't for sale. It wasn't for sale. But some point it might be. And if it is, we got your number. We got your number.
That's right.
All right, Mr. Magazine, we're going to head on to the main thing. The market is changing. Are you prepared?
Well, I would hope I'm prepared, but I don't know if the market changing for good or bad. Hopefully it's changing for good. If it's changing for bad, then, you know, you keep looking at it. Look at that little, there you go, the Wi-Fi. Anyways, I feel I'm prepared in the sense that I got enough inventory to cover me on whatever platform I need to sell on, whether it's whatnot, DVD site, my website and whatnot, you know. Is the market changing as far as what? You know, now if eBay's going downhill, you know, at this point, eBay's my worst platform as far as the money I'm taking in daily. Like whatnot is hanging with what I take home in eBay. That's how crazy. It's a DVD site is making more than eBay take home.
Wow.
So, you know, the only thing I'm, you know, not that I'm concerned, but if eBay keeps going down and down and down, now I got to be prepared to like, do I want to buy these toys? Do I want to buy these things that these autographs I would normally put on eBay if eBay's tanking, you know, or do I want to start putting all this eBay stuff on whatnot or on another site or on Amazon or something? I don't know. But I feel anyone with death piles and has a ton of inventory, you're already prepared. You just don't know it yet.
Wow, look at you. Nice. All right, Mr. Buys-A-Lot. Thanks for stopping on by. So what got me saying this is Mr. Buys-A-Lot, for example, has completely changed what he's doing, as he will readily admit. And he's trying to find some suckers to sell some magazines to. And he's also moving over to doing everything whatnot, essentially.
Yeah.
Is what he's doing. You got a call from Aaron from a different dealer who sells magazines over on eBay. Mm-hmm. And that dealer has a lot of inventory he wants to sell you as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are pivoting, and I would wonder why that dealer is, whatnot oriented. Absolutely. And you wonder why that other dealer is trying to sell all of their stock.
Yeah.
And then you're winding up with things like when I went down to Oldtimer, he's actually not buying very much. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. I think I'm at 8,000. I'm not bad for a little one-man band, Mr. Buys-A-Lot. I can't hang with you, but I do okay. But he's not buying anymore. I saw, and I'm like, I'm going to try to cut back on buying. So you've got to always stay fluid. You always got to stay flexible. Yeah. And if all of these dealers, if that gentleman down on the East Coast that's got the magazines for sale, if he's pivoting out of it for some reason, I think it's time to double down.
Yeah.
And because there is a market for there. Okay. All right.
Very cool.
You changed Chuck to a whatnot lover. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a money lover, so it just makes sense.
There you are. But that's where you watch what other people are doing around you. All of a sudden, not that there is a lot of sales and auctions that I would go to where Oldtimer would be at, but he's not going to be there now, right. Or very rarely, unless it's top of the line, upscale stuff.
Yeah.
He's not going to be there because now I've come out and I've told some people behind the paywall what my plans are for next year. But I'll tell you here real quick. I'm trying to move upscale to some level, trying to incorporate some of the things that Oldtimer sells into what I sell, because I can buy the mediocre all day long and the mediocre sells. Well, I've got, $800,000 worth of mediocre stuff listed on eBay. Mm-hmm. Do I need to buy another $100,000 worth of mediocre stuff? Probably not, because I've got 100,000 unlisted mediocre items.
Yeah.
Let me move up. Let me go, if I go to Allentown, let me try to buy some better items.
Yeah.
pay $100 an item on stuff instead of $1 an item on stuff,
Sure.
and try to move up.
Yeah.
Because I do not have that as part of my arsenal. I do not have that as part of what I end up selling.
Right.
So hopefully I'm able to do that. Well, what does that mean? That means that if you live around the Rochester area, I'm not going to be buying as much of the low level stuff.
Right.
Which means somebody else sees that and it provides an opportunity for them.
Sure.
Because the stuff's got to go somewhere, or it ends up in a landfill, whatever the case happens to be.
Right.
But always look at how the market's changing around you, what your competition's doing, what other people are doing, and then you act off of that. If all of a sudden Mr. Buys a Lot has left eBay, and if this other magazine seller is leaving eBay, and Mr. Magazine is doing eBay less, because he's focusing more on whatnot. Well, there could be an opening there for magazines. And I'm just using that as an example.
Sure. Yeah.
And so on. So be ready. Always be flexible. Always be ready to change your business plan up, because it will make a big difference overall. And so just kind of watch the markets and watch what people are doing and watch how things are changing and listen. And the beauty of social media is people will tell you. And they may not come out and tell you what you need to do, but if you listen to enough people's channels and enough people on social media and look at enough Instagram posts, you can see trends, you can figure out what people are doing, and then you can figure out where you need to position yourself with everything else going on around you. It's not like the old days where there was no social media,
right.
and you just didn't know.
Yeah.
No, you can definitely go out, you follow the people. Oh, this guy's pivoting here. This guy's selling this stuff over here. I know he's a one-man band.
Yeah.
And if he all of a sudden, if tomorrow I sat there and said, I am getting heavy into hockey equipment, I have got a job with a line with a distributor.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to think? You're going to think, if he's suddenly getting heavy into hockey equipment, he's not going to be buying magazines at estate sales.
Exactly.
I can hit more estate sales and pick better stuff up.
Yeah. Smart.
And so on.
Yeah.
And so always be willing to change, always be willing to move around and watch what the market is doing. And I think you'll do very, very well off of that.
You need to mentor a new paper boy, and then you get the upskill. He starts getting
absolutely.
Mediocre.
Oh, trust me. Actually, Mr. Magazine, if you read on here, what is the last sentence? This is a potential idea at some point for a future show.
If a print has so many things to buy, but not worth my time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much stuff out there that if you could get an apprentice to sign on, you can make them decent money and teach them the ropes, and they would have no risk because they're buying stuff that will sell. It's just not something that I want to sell.
And after Christmas, we're looking to hire a full-time whatnot person, to do 45s, I think.
There you go.
So you can do that for a long time. So we'll see how that works out. If anyone locally knows anyone that knows whatnot and can handle 40 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is full-time. All right.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
That's what we'll be doing.
Nice. All right. Time for the rambling story of the week.
Okay. So you're going to find out that sometimes I can be a mean jerk if I get pushed over the edge, or if I think.
Wait, what?
If something really bothers me. So I own a laundromat, whatever, for decades. And we've hadn't had much competition. So a couple of years ago, some big laundromat, $1 million laundromat opened up, about 10 minutes away. So we really didn't lose any business from that one. Now a new one just opened up by Walmart. It's about 5 minutes away, but it's small, new machines. The owner owns a pizza shop next to it. So anyways, my sister's ex-brother-in-law from years ago, he does the flyers. He puts advertising on. I've dealt with him many times, paid for advertising in the flyers. And then they put them into businesses and stuff. My laundromat, he puts a pile of them in my laundromat, whatever.
Right.
On and off, I've done it over the years. It doesn't really pay off for me, but it's better for like pizza places and pool places, things that offer specials or whatever, catering, whatnot. So my brother-in-law Eddie couldn't clean the laundry. He was sick. He was on dialysis, so I had to do it the other day. And I saw a pile of these advertisements in there, and I don't know what made me open it up.
Right.
And this guy knows me from years and years. And it had the laundromat up the road with specials in it. Now, to me, that is my competition. He could potentially take business away from us. So it really pissed me off because he knows I've advertised my laundromat in there. He puts them in my laundromat. And now he's putting my competitors in my. So think about, you're in my laundromat and you're reading through, oh, wow, new laundromat. Well, I'm going to check it out.
Right. Now, in his defense, he may not have put two and two together.
So I'm like, his number's on it. I go, I'm going to call this guy, give him a piece of my mind. So
that's not going to take long.
No, right. So I call him up. It rings like 5-6 times, and he answers, "Hello, Stan." Yeah, I go, "Chuck Leone. What's up, Chuck?" "Do I got a problem?" I go, "I don't want you putting your flyers in my laundromat anymore." He goes, "Hold on a second. I'm on dialysis." Another guy in dialysis.
Oh, geez, Louise.
He goes, "Well, what are you talking about?" I go, "You've been dealing with me for years. You know I own a laundromat, and you're putting my competition coupons that just opened up in my laundromat." I go, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "Well, I'm on dialysis. I have someone else do it." I go, "Yeah, but you still know that my competition is in there. So why would you have them deliver it to me?" He goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a big deal." I go, "It is a big deal." I go, "I don't want to lose any business. So why should I lose it to a new laundromat up the road?" You know? And he was, "Okay, I'll tell him not to do it." I go, "By the way, it's your lucky day." I said, "I just happened to be out of toilet paper, and I used them all to wipe my butt before I threw them out."
Nice.
He goes, so he knew me when I was little. He goes, "That's nice, Chucky." And then we just hung up.
Nice. Nice. Didn't you used to use $100 bills for that? I don't remember.
They were fake. They were Monopoly $100 bills.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there you have it. Do not try and put my competitors' coupons in my laundry.
Wow. And I was just going to put 10% off papergoy.com in the laundromat, and I'm not doing that. Wow. Put me in my place.
Yeah, there you have it.
All right, everybody. Definitely do thank you for coming on out. The last programming note I wanted to note is
I'll tell them when my whatnots are, but you go first.
January 8th is actually going to be the New Year's resolution show, which I know is after New Year's, but with Christmas and New Year's both being on a Wednesday, we'll do it the 8th. That'll give you a few extra days to not have done it. So that's always one of my favorite shows of the year. So that'll be January 8th. Why don't you tell us when your whatnots are, Mr. Magazine?
All right, so we got our usual Saturday, Sunday, 6 hours from 8 till 2 with James, 33 RPMs. And then Thursday, we got a double bamboozle of comics. Alicia,
is that what it's called?
No. Alicia's 3 to 5. So she's been going
you
to
actually
5.
Came up with something clever and then you don't use it. Congratulations.
We're going to start. So she's usually 3 to 5, but she's been 3 to 5:30 lately because it's been going so well. And then James takes over 6 to 8.
Now, does he restart the show?
He does restart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, but Alicia's all week, Monday through Friday, comics, 3 to 5, 5:30 roughly. So
nice.
Pretty cool. Now, she did look into it. She doesn't know how to do it yet, but she says if there's a break in the show, you can't do the double shipping thing. There must be a way to do it. She doesn't know how to do it. So if she was doing it and James continued on with it, the same buyers can get the same on shipping.
It's supposed to happen if you restart the show. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll let her know that. Maybe we can try it out.
Yep. Absolutely. There you are. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for dealing with this. I'm going to be on the phone to Random Neighborhood Kid right after we get my my mail out in Mr. Magazine's car out there. Anybody that bought off of Whatnot, stuff will be heading right out to the car momentarily. So it'll get picked up first thing tomorrow morning. It'll be quickly on its way to you. Thanks, everybody. We're going to get this fixed by next week. We may have the estate sale guy on. We'll see. And hit the like button, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.